Welcome to the celebrated High Achievers Mentorship Program, CHAMP. We're bringing academic dreams to reality. So in this video, I'll be making an explanation on calculations involving water of crystallization. Yes, we're all familiar with efflorescent salts. Efflorescent salts are salts that have what? They lose out the water of crystallization on them, exposure to the atmosphere. So we have quite a number of efflorescent salts, which I will just do a quick revision on shortly. So we have another one. We have another one. And on like that. Yes, in case, since you are preparing for examination, another name for sodium trioxocarbonate for the decahydrate is what? Is washing soda. So this is a washing soda. Then copper 2 tetroxophate 6 pentahydrate is what? Blue vitriol. Then you have sodium tetroxophate 6 decahydrate. We call this what? Glauber salts. Then you have calcium tetroxophate 6 dihydrate. That's what? Gypsum salts. Then you have magnesium tetroxophate 6 heptahydrate. That's what? Epsom salts. So it's very simple. Me, Cg, coordinator general. Yes, or we can do it this way. Just come this way. Gc, that's what? General coordinator. Gn, good night. And then like that. Bc, before Christ. And then like that. So this one is very common. Washing soda. W. So that's just that. So master it well. Let me go into the calculation aspect now. So I just give you a way to calculate. Yes. So another thing you must know is how to do what? To calculate your molar mass. Calculation on what? On molar mass. Yes. So let's go now. Your calculations on molar mass. So you have what? You have let's say you are asked to find the molar mass of Na2CO3.10H2. How do you find it? You are giving your sodium to be 23, carbon to be 12, oxygen to be 16, hydrogen to be 1. Yes, sodium is what? 23 times 2. That's 46 plus. Carbon is what? 12. Oxygen is what? 16. 16 times 3 is what? 48. This dot is just add it plus 10 into brackets. H2O. Hydrogen is 2 plus what? Plus oxygen 16. So just add it up. 46 plus 12 plus 48 plus 2 plus 16 is what? 18. 18 times 10. That's what? 180. If you calculate it very well, 12 plus 48 is 60. 60 plus 180 is what? 240. 240 plus 46. So the molar mass will be what? 286 gram per mole. Yes. So that's for the calculation involving sodium trioxocarbonate for the decahydrate. What if you ask to find the calculations on? You ask to find the molar mass of the hydrate in Epsom salts. The hydrate in Epsom salts. What's Epsom salt? 7H2O, right? So the hydrate, you are only asked to find this one, the molar mass. So you have 7 times. Hydrogen is what? 2. You can just put it into brackets. 7 into brackets. What's hydrogen? 1 times 2, 2 plus 16. That's what? 7 times 18. So that's what? 126. So that's just the molar mass. Yes. So if you are asked, let's try one more. You have to find the molar mass of the hydrate of blue vitriol. CuSO4.5H2. So the molar mass. Yes. So you have 5 into brackets. Hydrogen, that's 1 times 2, 2 plus 16. That's what? 5 times 18. That's what? 90. That's 90. Do you get it now? Yeah. So that's just that about What's that? Oh yes, so this is it. Let's go into the calculation proper now. So there are some terms you need to note. They can say anhydrous, then they can say hydrated. Yeah. What do they mean by an anhydrous salt? An anhydrous salt. Then what do they mean by an hydrated salt? An hydrated salt. Yes. Now, an anhydrous salt is a salt that is what? That is dry. Let's say the anhydrous salt of global salt now is what? Na2SO4. No water of crystallization. But the hydrated version will be what? Na2SO4 dot 10H2. So this is the hydrated version of global salt. So please master that. So anhydrous salt. Now this is what you actually need to do. In a question, you can be given the mass of this one. Let's say the mass of Na2SO4 is what? Let's say they gave us the mass to be 5 gram. Then yes, they'll just give you a question like this. Then they will now ask you to find maybe the mass of this one or the mass of water of crystallization. Anyone? Yes. So let's just go. Let's assume you are given this question. You just equate it to the molar mass Na2SO4, right? Over Na2SO4 dot 10H2. This is what you are given. So what's the molar mass of this one? Just calculate it. 23 times 2 plus sulfur is what? 32 plus oxygen is what? 16 times 4. Na2SO4, that's what? 23 times 2 plus 32 plus 16 times 4 plus 10 times, oh this place is 2, let me clean this and write it again. So this is what we have again. We have Na2SO4 over Na2SO4 dot 10H2, right? Yes, what's the molar mass of this one? 23 times 2 plus sulfur is what? 32 plus 16 times 4 all over what? All over what of this? 23 times 2 plus sulfur is what? 32, oxygen is what? 16 times 4 plus 10 into bracket, hydrogen is what? 1 times 2 plus oxygen is 16. So that's just what you have to do. That's just what you have to do actually. Find the molar mass. This is the first step. Equate it, then find the molar mass. So what is this? 23 times 2 is what? 46. 46 plus 32. So this 46 plus 32 plus 16 times 4 is what? 64. If you add the top, you are going to have what? 142. So 23 times 2 is also 46 plus 32. 16 times 4, 64. So that's 142 plus 10 times 2 plus 16 is 18. 10 times 18, that's 180. So yes, now what's the mass of Na2SO4 that you were given? Just lot it in 5 gram. What's the mass of this? That's what you're looking for. Just call it X. So you just say 5 over X is equals to 142 over 142 plus 180. So that's what? 322. 5 times 322 is equals to 142x. So from here you will do what? You get the value of your x. So my x here is what? I got 11.3234 gram. Yes, so this is my mass. It's just as simple as that. So now we'll be taking all the past questions on this particular topic. So we have some past questions here. Please pardon my handwriting. So we take the questions one after the other now. 2.5 gram of hydrated barium salts gave or eating 2.13 gram of the anhydrous salt. Given that the molar mass of the anhydrous salt is 208, the number of molecules of water of crystallization of barium salt is. So it's very simple, just analyze it. 2.5 gram of what? Hydrated barium salt. This is it. Hydrated barium salts. Is what? 2.5 gram. Yes, gave 2.13 gram of the anhydrous salts. anhydrous, the one without water, 2.13 gram. If the molar mass of anhydrous salts, molar mass of anhydrous salts is what? Is 2 weights. They said, what's the number of molecules of what? Of the barium salts. So yes, using the approach I gave you the other time, they said barium salts. Yes, it can be anything. It can be, let's take for instance, it can be BaSO4, but we don't know the number of crystallization XH2. So I said if you have something like this is the approach you use, BaSO4 over BaSO4 dot XH2. So the molar mass of this one over the molar mass of this one will give you your answer. So let's try it out now. Yes, what's the, we don't know if it's barium sulfate. I'm just explaining. So let's go. Let's try to take it now. So let's start from the right hand side. The molar mass should be here, right? What's the molar mass of the anhydrous salt? This is 208. 208. You know it is always what? Anhydrous over what? Over hydrated. Anhydrous. Let me clean this so that you're not confused. Anhydrous over what? Anhydrated. What's the molar mass of the anhydrous salt? That's what? 208. Yes. What's the molar mass of the hydrated salts? The hydrated salts will be what? The anhydrous plus what? Plus water. So it's always anhydrous plus water. So it can be the one we are using the other time, BaSO4 dot XH2. What's the molar mass of the anhydrous salt? That's what? 208 plus water. Water is what? XH2. What's the molar mass of H2? That's 18x plus 18x. Yes. What's the mass of the anhydrous salt? The mass of the anhydrous salt, they're giving us 2.13. What's the mass of the hydrated salts? 2.5 is equals to 208 over 208 plus 18x. So from here you just do what? Cross multiply. 2.13 into bracket 208 plus 18x to give us 208 times what? 2.5. So yes, let's solve it there. 2.13 times 28, that's what? 443. 2.13 times 18, that's 38. 28 times 2.5, that's 520. So just collect the like times. 38.34x is equals to 520 minus 443. Yes, so let's just finish it up. So yes, 520 minus 443 should give you what? 77. 38.34x is equals to 77. So you divide both sides by this. So x is equals to what? 2.00. 2.00. Yeah. So that's just that. X is equals to 2.00. So the number of molecules of water of crystallization is what? Is 2. Is 2. Yes. Let's take one more question like this. If you don't get it very well, just go back and start this question all over again. Then try to follow. Then immediately after that, pause it, solve it again on your own until you get it. Yes. Let's try the next question together now. I have the second question now. Let's go. On crystallization, 20 gram of magnesium tetroxosulfate 6. So you have what? MgSO4 is what? 20 gram. 20 gram. Forms 41 gram of magnesium tetroxosulfate 6 crystals. So they gave you the crystal, the formula for the crystal, MgSO4.YH2. That's what? 41 gram. This is the mass. They said what's the value of Y? So it's very simple. What's the approach? Anhydrous over what? Over the hydrated is equals to the so you just find the mass here, the molar mass here, and the what? The mass here. You just equate, you get your answer. Yes. What's the mass of the anhydrous? What's the molar mass of the anhydrous that we have? We have anhydrous is MgSO4 over MgSO4.YH2. Yes. Let's take note of that. So let's move on now. So we have our anhydrous. What's the mass of this MgSO4? That's what? 20. What's the mass of this hydrated salt? The mass. I said mass will be in the left hand side. Molar mass will be in the right hand side. The molar mass of the hydrated is what? 41. is equals to MgSO4. That's what? Magnesium tetrasulfate 6. Let's find the molar mass. Magnesium is what? 24 plus. Sulfur is what? 32 plus. Oxygen is what? 16 times 4. That's what? 64. Try to add it up. 24 plus 32 plus 64. That will give you what? 120. So I can say 120 over. MgSO4 is also what? 120 plus. YH2O is what? 18Y. 18Y. So let's move on now. So try to solve it. 20 over 41 is equals to 120 over 120 plus 18y. Are you getting it? So just try to cross multiply 20 into bracket 120 plus 18y. Yes, how do I get my 18y? In case you don't know it, we have y here, right? Hydrogen is what? 1 times 2, that's 2 plus. Oxygen is what? 16. 2 plus 16 is what? 18. 18 times 5, that's 18y. So I cross multiply here is equals to 120 times 41. 120 times 41. Yes, 20 times 120, that's what? 2,400 plus 20 times 18 is what? 360y. Is equals to 120 times 4. 120 times 4 times 41 is 4,920. So let's just solve it. 360y is equals to 4,920 minus 2,400. So 360y is equals to 4,920 minus 2,400. That's what? 2,520. Divide both sides by your 360. Y is what? You divide, it will give you your what? It will give you 7. So y is what? 7. 2520 divided by 360. So that's 7. And if you remember, so this is it here. So our formula is MgSO4.7H2. If you remember, this is what? Epsom salts. Another way to confirm your answer, 7y. So our y is what? 7. Our y is 7. Our y is 7. So just follow the approach. Anhydrous, overhydrated, then the same thing. So you get your molar mass, then you get your mass. Yes. If you've not gotten it, just go through it again, go over it again. Just bring the play button backward, just rewind it, then go through it again, practice on your own, and make sure you get it before you move on. Let's take another question now. Okay, yes, permit me to skip these next 2 questions. I will still take them, but this 2 is actually in line with the ones we've been doing before, so that you can just consolidate the information together. Yes, 1.34 gram of hydrated sodium tetraglycerate 6. So you've been given your hydrated. So let me write the parameters first. Hydrated is what? 1.34 gram. Yes. Was it had to give an anhydrous salt weighing 0.71 gram? Anhydrous 0.71 gram. So the formula of the hydrated salt is, so just follow your formula. Anhydrous over hydrated. Yes. What's the formula? You said Na2SO4, sodium tetraglycerate 6, Na2SO4. Then we don't know the number of water of crystallization. So let's call this one Na2SO4.xH2O. Yeah, let's move on now. I said mass will be here, molar mass will be here. What's the mass of our anhydrous? 0.71. What's the mass of our hydrated? 1.34. Yes, Na2SO4, trying to find the molar mass. Sodium is what? 23 times 2 plus. Sulfur is what? 32 plus. Oxygen is what? 16 times 4. That's 64. 23 times 2 is what? 46 plus 32 plus 64. So you add it up. What are you going to get? You are going to get 142. So Na2SO4 is 142. This is another Na2SO4. 142 plus. This is 18x. I've explained how I got the 18x. X into bracket 2 times 2 plus 16. So 2 times 2 plus 16 is 18. This plus. Yes. Just getting the molar mass of this one. That was what gave me 18x. Yeah. Let's move on now. Yes. So let's cross multiply 0.71 into bracket 142 plus 18x is equals to 142 to bracket 1.34. Yes, moving on now. Just try to calculate. Okay, yes, so I've tried to press it here with my calculator. 0.71 times 142, that's 100.82. Then the rest. So let's just cross multiply. 12.78x is equals to 190.28. Then this one will come here, minus 100.82. So we have 12.78x to give you what? So let's try to press these two. So here we have what? 89.46. So you just divide through. So what will be your x? Let me press it. So I got what? 7 on dot. So x is what? X is equals to 7. X is equals to 7. So my molar mass, yes, so they said we should find the formula of the hydrated salt. So I'm going to have what? Na2SO4 dot what? 7H2. Yeah. Let's move on now. So I believe you've been getting everything we've been doing so far. If not, you can just go back, just scroll through and try to rectify and make sure you get it before you move on. Okay, now before I move on finally, yes. So I want to give I want to chip something in here. Yes, there's sometimes that they won't give you the mass of the hydrated salt. They will just tell you the mass of the water of crystallization. They can just say the mass of the water of crystallization is what? Is, let's say, 9 grams. Then they will tell you the anhydrous salt is what? The anhydrous salt is what? Let's say 12 grams. They will not tell you that you should find the number of crystallization. It's very simple. So you know that your normal formula is what? Anhydrous over what? Over hydrated is equals to, yes, so you put it in the molar mass of the anhydrous over molar mass of hydrated. So yes, this is how it should be. But now you are not giving yes your hydrated salt. You are not giving your hydrated salt. So how do you cope? This is how to cope. Just call this just change the formula will change. You know your hydrated is what? Hydrated is actually your anhydrous plus the water of crystallization. Yes, so I can change my formula and I can just say anhydrous over what? Over water of crystallization. I'm not cutting anything, I'm just trying to relate. So it will be what? Equals to the molar mass of anhydrous over molar mass of water of crystallization. So I just slot it in. What's the mass of my anhydrous? 9. What's the mass of my water of crystallization? 12. What's the molar mass of my anhydrous as I'm giving? Just put it. Molar mass over what's the molar mass of my water of crystallization? That will be what? 18x. So from here you will do what? You will get your answer. So just take note of that in case you see questions like this. So let's take this other question now. Let's go for the last question here. 0.499 gram of CuSO4.xH2. So you'll be giving the what? The hydrated 0.499 CuSO4.xH2. So a constant weight gave residue. So the residue is the what? Is the anhydrous of what? 0.346 gram. The value of x is, so let's just solve it. So you have anhydrous over hydrated is equals to the mass and the molar mass of the anhydrous. What's our anhydrous? CuSO4 over what's the molar mass of the hydrated? CuSO4.xH2O. Yes, anhydrous is what? 0.346. Hydrated is what? 0.499. I said mass for the left, molar mass for the right. Yes, Cu, that's 64 plus sulfur is what? 32 plus oxygen is what? 16 times 4, that's what? 64. You get it now. So add it up, you get what? 160. So CuSO4 is still 160 plus 18x. So multiply 0.346 into brackets 160 plus 18x. is equals to 160 times 0.499. Yeah, let's solve it now. Yes, so this is what you'll have now. This is what you'll have. Use this one. I use this one to multiply, so I've opened the brackets and I've multiplied on my calculator here. So yeah, let's just collect the like times 6.228. Yeah, so you have 6.228x is equals to 79.984 minus 55.36. So 6.228x is equals to, yeah, so this is what, 24.624. So divide. So we have 3.96, which is approximately equals to what? To 4.0. Yes. So the value of x is what? Is 4. I believe you can solve most questions like this now. Yes, like this now. Yes. So I will implore you, try all the questions we've done now. Just try it again on your own before we move on. Let's take these two questions now. The percentage of water of crystallization in ZnSO4.7H2 is. So you have zinc tetraoxide 6 heptahydrate. So they said, what's the percentage of water of crystallization? So it's just, I told you, the percentage of water of crystallization, that was 7H2 over then the whole, just like having ratio, just like the ratio, yes, then times what? 100%. So what's the molar mass for this? 7 into brackets what? 2 plus 16 all over, what is Z then? 65 plus what's this? 32 plus 16 times 4 is what? 64 plus 7 into bracket 18 times 100%. So 7 times 18 all over, add this up, you should get. Okay, now yes, let's say you are asked to find the percentage of water of crystallization. Yes, percentage of water of crystallization. Let me first of all take this one for instance. MgSO4 dot let's say 5H2 or 7H2. Let me just put it this way. So what will it be? Percentage of water of crystallization, that's what? 7H2 over MgSO4 dot 7H2 times 100%. So you just find the molar mass and you do what to get your answer. Yes, let's take another one now. CaSO4.2H2 percentage by mass of the water of crystallization, that will be what? 2H2 over CaSO4.2H2 times 100%. Yes, percentage by mass of the water of crystallization of, let's say, take blue vitriol. So that's what? 5H2 over CuSO4.5H2 times 100%. So yes, this is just the simple approach to the water of crystallization. And in some other cases, they can say what's the percentage of, yes, the anhydrous salts. Yes, let's say we have MgSO4.7H2 now. And I said, what's the percentage of the anhydrous salts? That's what? MgSO4 over MgSO4.7H2 times 100%. So you just get the molar mass. What's the percentage by mass of the anhydrous salts in CuSO4.5H2? That was CuSO4 over CuSO4.5H2 times 100%. So that's just the approach. So let's take these last two questions now. So we were given the percentage of water of crystallization in ZnSO4.7H2 is. So you are dealing with what? Water of crystallization. So you have 7H2 over what? Over ZnSO4.7H2. 7H2 times 100%. So this is what? 7 times 18 over 65 plus 32 plus 16 times 4, that's 64 plus 7 times 18 times what? Times 100%. 100%. So you have what? 7 times 18, 126 over, yes, let's multiply this. So you have 65 plus 32 plus 64 plus 7 times 18 is 126. Let's add it together now. So yes, this will give us what? 287 times 100. So 126 over 287 times 100 will give you what? That will be what? I got 43.9%, approximately 44%. Yes, Let me give you one to try it out. Try one out yourself. Calculate the percentage of water of crystallization in Epsom salts. Calculate the percentage of water of crystallization in Epsom salts, MgSO4 plus MH2. Yes, let me give you a minute to try that out. Just pause, then try it out and move on. Yes. So let's solve it together now. 7H2O, right, over MgSO4 plus 7H2O times what? 100%. This is what? 7 times 18 over magnesium is 24 plus 32 plus 64 plus 7 times 18 times 100%. 7 times 18 is what? 126 over. So you add this up. So this is what? This is 246 times 100%. Yeah. So just cut it. 126 over 246 times 100. So this is what? 51.22%. 51.22%. Yes, then this question, a hydrated salt of formula MSO4.XH2 contains 45.3% by mass of water of crystallization. So that means they've solved it. They've solved the water of crystallization to be what? 45.3%. So yes, what's the XH2 over what? MSO4.XH2 times what? Times 100%. So they've solved it. They solved the water of crystallization times 100. It gave us what? 45.3. So how do we go about? So we are just to find x. So this will be what? X times 18 all over. Our m is what? 65. Our s is what? 32. Our a is what? 16 times 4 plus what? We have, XH2, that's what? X times 18 is equal times 100% is equals to 45.3. Yes, let's move on now. So this is 18x over, try to add this up. We're going to have what? So this is what? 161 plus 18x times 100% is equals to 45.3%. This percent cancels out. We have what? 18x over 161 plus 18x times what? 100 to give you what? 45.3. So yes, just multiply 2. You have 1800x is equals to 45.3 into bracket 161 plus 18x. So you have 1800x is equals to 45.3 times 161. So that's what? 7293.3 plus. So 45.3 times 18x, that's what? 815.4x. Just collect the lag times. Bring this one to this place. So you have 1800x minus 815.4x equals to 7293.3. So you'll have what? Subtract. So when you subtract this, you get what? 984.6x is equals to 7293.3. Divide both side by 984.6. So this will give you what? Our x is 7.4. Our x is 7.4. Yeah. Oh yes, so that's how we got our 7.4. So that's just the approach. Actually, yes, the reason why it would didn't get a perfect number is because like there's a mistake in the question. This place should be 56, not 65. Yeah. Yes. So if it's 56 we used, we would have gotten a perfect answer, an whole number. Yeah. But this is just the approach. Let me give you one more question like this. Okay, yes, let's say an hydrated salt XS, okay, let me use MSO4 dot XH2 contains 44% by mass of the water of crystallization. Then what will be the value of your x? What will be your x? Let's solve it now. So you know already that calculating that of water of crystallization XH2 over MSO4 dot XH2 times 100% will give you what? Will give you 44%. So we have XH2, that's what? X times 18 over M is what? Yes, let's say our M is 65. Yeah, our S is 32, is framed 16, H is 1. So let's solve it now. 65 plus S is what? 32 plus oxygen is 16 times 4, that's 64, plus X times 18 times 100 giving 44. So let's solve it. 18x over 64, 5 plus 32 plus 64 plus 18x. So this is what? 161. If you add these three together, plus 18x times 100 is equals to 44. Yes, multiplying, you have what? 1800x is equals to 44 into bracket. Bring this one here. 161 plus 18x. So you have 1800x is equals to 44 times 161. So this is what? 7084 plus 44 times 18. 44 times 18 will give you what? So I'm coming, let me just try to press this. That's what? 792x. So collect the like times. 1800x minus 792x to give us 7084. So this will give you what? So this is 1008x divided by 7084. So divide 1008. So x is equals to 7084 divided by what? 1008. So what's the answer? X is equals to what? So here I have what? 7.02. Yes, that's approximately what? 7. So 7. So it has 7 watt of crystallization. Please make sure you master that. You can just rewind and try to play it again. Try solving it on your own. So we are done with all the cases. We are done with all the cases. But there is a peculiar case in the past question we've not touched. So I'll be writing that down now, and that will bring us to the end of watt of crystallization. So this is the last type of question on this. Some CSO4.5H2 crystals was heated at 120 degrees Celsius with the following result. So the only thing that was added is this weight of crucible. So the weight of crucible is 10 grams. So how do I get this CuSO4.5H2 alone? The weight of crucible is what? 10 grams. So I can say 10 plus CuSO4.5H2 is what? 14.98. So my CuSO4.5H2 will give me what? Will give me 4.98 grams if I bring this 10 over here. Moving on. Then what's the weight of my residue? Weight of crucible, that's what? 10 plus residue. Your residue is your what? Yes. Okay, like you are nitrous salt, but it can contain some little watt of crystallization. Is equals to what? 13.54. So your residue is equals to, if you bring it over, that's what? 3.54 grams. Okay, yes. So when they mean residue, they mean it's not actually really anhydrous. It's not just that some water has been lost. So we don't know the number of water of crystallization that is lost, the number of molecules of water of crystallization that is lost. So let's just put it this way. So I can actually call this one CuSO4.xH2O. Then this is my what? CuSO4.5H2 is my main hydrated salts. So yes, let's go for the molar mass now. What's the molar mass of this one? Cu is what? 64. S is what? 32. Oxygen is what? 16 times 4, that's 64. So if you add it up, you get what? 160 plus 18x. X times 18 over CuSO4.5H2, that's what? 160 plus 5 times 18. 160 plus 5 times 18. What's 5 times 18? That's what? That's 90. What's 160 plus 90? That's what? 250. So yes, let's move on now. So what's the mass of this one? CuSO4.xH2, that's the residue. 3.54 over what's the mass of this one? 4.98 is equals to 160 plus 18x. So this is the only type of this question in the series, but you can just watch it over and over again and just make sure you master it before you finally leave it. So immediately after this video, you can solve as many questions, every form of questions you have on crystallization. You'll be able to get it. Yeah, 3.54 times 250. This is what? This is 885 is equals to 4.98 times 160. 796.8 plus, yes, 4.98 times 18. This is what? 89.64x. So just collect the like times. 885 minus 796.8 is equals to 89.64x. Yeah. So here I have 88.2 is equals to 89.64x. I divide, x will give me what? Approximately 1. If you press it, you get 2.9 something. So that's what approximately equals to 1. So that means this one is what? CuSO4.1H2O. Yes, and you have what before? CuSO4.5H2. So what's the question? How many water of crystallization were lost? From 5 to 1. How many? 4 water.